Yo, look at this. I'm reading Matthew chapter 19, verse 11 and 12 from MSB version. But Jesus said, not everyone is mature enough to live a married life. It requires a certain aptitude and grace. Marriage isn't for everyone. 12. Some, from birth, seemingly never give marriage a thought. Others never get asked or accepted, and some decide not to get married for kingdom reasons. But if you are capable of growing into the largeness of marriage, do it. I don't know why this part of the Bible is not often discussed as far as marriage is concerned. Like, it's like the only thing the Bible says about marriage is the two shall become one, and be fruitful, multiply, and all of that. Like, why don't we talk about the fact that marriage is really not for everyone?
Marriage is really not for everyone.
Maybe that is why we have a growing number of divorce, or we have horrible marriages, or we have spouses or people who feel like they just got married and then they found out they really never wanted to do this. Yo, marriage is not a joke. Like, the thing with marriage is it has number one, it now has number one A. The A now has I. The I now has another I. And the I now, like, it's crazy. So when you see people who are happily married, living happily, genuinely, that is because they put in a lot of work. There's a lot of work. I mean, there's nothing I want to say now that you haven't heard before about marriage. The emphasis of this video is to actually talk about this Matthew chapter 11, Matthew chapter 9, 19, verse 11, verses 11 and 12 that people hardly talk about, and I wonder why. Marriage, Jesus Christ has said it, marriage is not for everyone. There is a particular largeness that you should be able to grow into before you can decide you want to get married. And so I do not blame my some of my people when they say they do not want to get married. I mean, since I came across this portion of the Bible, I have decided not to force anyone into getting married. Like, when people say, "Oh, I don't want to get married. I don't think marriage is for me," I just feel like, yeah, just respect whatever it is they feel, respect their opinions, respect their decisions. Marriage is not for everyone. Some people don't even get asked. So sometimes it's like nobody's asking me out, nobody's well, it might be spiritual, and then it might just be that, hey, it's just not meant for you. So if you don't feel like getting married, or you don't feel you're desiring to get married, then I don't think it's anything to really worry about if you do not want it. But it should be, of course, for kingdom reasons. If you choose to be celibate, if you choose to stay away from marriage, then it shouldn't be because you want to be flirting about or whatever it is. It should be because you are willing to keep your legs closed, you're willing to stay celibate, and you're willing to dedicate yourself to the work of God. So marriage is not a joke. To enjoy marriage, you have to be willing to put in the work. Like, you have to be willing to put in your 100% even when the other person is giving their zero. That is the only way you can really have a happy marriage. So I'm just wondering, really, why don't we really talk about this part of the Bible? I'm just thinking, what do you think?